I know it's your dream to perform excellently in the forthcoming JAMB examination, but unfortunately, the performance of students over the years has been on the decline.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Creating a personal structured daily timetable is a must-have if you want to pass your exam. I'm talking about scoring above 260, 270, 300 in your JAMB.
Continue.
This is one of the secrets of high-scoring candidates.
Oh my God! Wow!
In this video, I'm going to be guiding you on how to create a personal structured daily timetable.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
If you have any questions or have further clarification, feel free to let me know in the comment and I'm going to assist you. The first thing you need to do is to know your JAMB subjects. Knowing the 4 subjects you are taking in JAMB is the first step to drafting your daily personal study timetable. For example, your 4 subjects are use of English, chemistry, biology, and physics. So when you know this subject, you can now create your personal study timetable. If peradventure you have any confusion about the correct subject you should take or sit for in your JAMB examination, let me know in the comment. Tell me the course you're applying for and the school. I will provide you with the right UTME subject. After you've been able to identify these 4 subjects, you need to now classify them based on your strengths and your weakness. For example, if biology and use of English is your strength, you put that aside, and physics and chemistry are your weak points, you put that aside, because knowing this will actually help us with creating your study timetable.
Continue.
The next step is to decide your reading time based on your daily life schedule. There are 3 categories of students who sit for the JAMB examination. 1 are those that are currently at home waiting for admission. 2 are those that are still in secondary school. And 3 are those that are working. Probably they are learning a skill. One thing about personal study timetable is that it is dynamic. There's actually no way to create a fixed timetable because our schedules are all different. After identifying your daily life schedule, you can now determine how many hours you can truly dedicate daily to study. There are light schedules which are 2 to 3 hours daily. There are moderate schedules 4 to 5 hours, and there are intense schedule which is 6 to 8 hours. This is suitable for those that are currently at home waiting for admission or other categories of students who can do this during the weekend. Be honest with yourself when deciding the number of hours you can allocate to study based on your daily lifestyle. The next step is to use the 2-1-1 rule. The 2-1-1 rule is a study technique where you allocate about 40% of your study time to tackle your most difficult UTME subjects, and other 3 subjects will take the remaining time. A practical example of this 2-1-1 rule is if we have 4 hours to study in a day, we can decide that 2 hours will be allocated for our toughest subject, while the remaining 2 hours we can use it for other 2 different subjects. The next step is to break your study time into sessions. When you are studying, you must always take break in between your studies. So what this means is that is either you read for 55 minutes and take break for 5 minutes, or you read for 25 minutes and take break for 5 minutes. Now, this does not mean that when you are studying, you have to be very conscious of the time. If you get engrossed in your study and you actually forget about the time, it is good. But make sure that whenever you are starting to feel brain fatigue, you are starting to feel tired or dehydrated or hungry, make sure you take a break because it is very, very important.
Continue.
The next step for creating your personal study timetable is to mix your subjects daily.
Continue.
Let's say, for example, your intention is to study literature in English from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. You discover that when it is about 1 p.m., you start feeling very tired. Anything you are studying from that 1 p.m. to the 6 p.m. that is your schedule, you might actually really not assimilate what you are reading. But when you break your schedule, you mix it up, you decide that from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm going to study literature in English, while from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. I'm going to study government. You say that mix up is going to really facilitate your study process and make you assimilate better.
Continue.
If you are currently in secondary school or learning a skill, I know you don't have the luxury of time to, be breaking your session into morning, afternoon, or evening, except on weekends. So what you can do is to actually now determine your time when you get back from work or when you get back from school. So you can still allocate your time. You can decide that you want to study from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. at night. You can decide to wake up in the morning at 4 a.m. You study till 6 a.m. So this way you're able to fit in two different subjects for these different times. That is one approach you can use if you don't have the luxury of studying throughout the whole day. The next thing you need to do is to create short revision time at night. From my personal experience, even at the university, the last thing you read before going to bed, you assimilate better. It's just a way the brain is programmed. So what if you read a particular topic before you sleep? You see that thing is going to stick well to your brain. It is why I always advise students that the last thing you do before going to bed as a student preparing for JAMB should not be you scrolling through your TikTok or Instagram feed. Read something before you go to bed. Spend 20 to 30 minutes before sleeping to revise what you read. This small habit improves memory retention by up to 60%. The next step to creating a personal study timetable is to create a weekly rotation pattern.
What?
Assign subjects to each day of the week. There should not be any day you should not read except due to extreme circumstances. Your daily timetable should fit into a weekly structure for effective preparation for your upcoming examination. Then the last step you need to take is to make sure your timetable is flexible. A good JAMB timetable should be adjustable and not rigid. Life happens because you might get a visitor, you might feel tired, you might travel, you might feel unwell. These are some of the reasons why your timetable has to be adjustable.
Continue.
For this timetable, my advice is to start the week with your most difficult subjects. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you need to do is to study those difficult subjects. I hope this video was helpful. Make sure you click on the like button and the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or need further clarification. I wish you all the best with your exam preparation.